Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. Where do we even begin with what just happened on this game? We thought Foot Birthday was going to be the better promo, and it still could be labeled as that, but I didn't think Answer the Call was going to have this much hype straight off the bat. It's all because of the absolutely insane 3 Playstyle Plus Evo that we had yesterday, costing 500,000 coins, which is a lot, but I think it's 100% worth it. It has completely broke this game, guys. Midfielders and the entire market in general has absolutely gotten crushed, specifically Foot Birthday cards as well. What is next for the market? What is next for even the rest of this game with that Evo coming out, this new promo of Answer the Call, and even some of the good SBC content that we had yesterday? This game has just been flipped on its head with all the crazy content, and we have got to discuss that today. We're going to look over all the content we got yesterday on Friday and even look ahead into today on Saturday as to what more content we could be getting and maybe why prices are going to drop on some parts of the market a little bit lower. But we do have some investments to make, and I'll talk about that too. Guys, if you're excited, if you're surprised by this promo like I am, drop a thumbs up on the video, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. Now, let's cover yesterday's content on Friday in objectives to start, where we had the new South American and European League. Guys, this is a league. And again, whenever you see that league designation, usually it means it is a fixed number of matches, and that's exactly what it is. The European and South American League both only give you 20 attempts with those specific nation-based squad building requirements to complete these objectives. Now, the rewards are very good. We're talking about playstyle pluses here like Tech Plus with some really good packs inside of the South American League. There's another Evo in here that gives you cam provisions for a max 88 with some playstyles right there. That's not bad. In the European League, you've got a Rapid Plus, up to 2 playstyle plus Evo there, and then another evolution inside of here, which I believe is, CDM provision. So good packs, good Evos, but very unique challenges. You have to use specific formations. I don't know if I've seen this ever in an objective, win 3 matches using only the 4-3-3-2 formation without changing. So to complete this objective, you have to kind of do some of these side quests, if you will. Score 1 goal in 5 separate matches with an Italian player, assist 1 goal with the Spanish player in 5 separate matches. But while playing your limited amount of 20 games, you still have to win 12. So I imagine this is going to be a little bit sweaty, but it's because the rewards are good and there's a limited number of matches. Now, this is where the rewards get really good, the completionist objective. If you're able to get both of these done, or even one of them, there's some really good Evos. First of all, there's a Evo here called Bati Goal, which gives a huge pace, shooting, and dribbling boost, and also Power Shot Plus, and I think maybe Finesse Plus as well. Yeah, Power Shot Plus is the second playstyle plus. I digress. That's the first one. The second playstyle plus is Finesse. It's a really, really good Evo, guys. As you can see, the Claudia Pina Winter Wildcards there goes into it. If I could take a look at even this Onuachu card, I mean, solid boost. Really crazy Evo there. Solid boost for sure. I think this other one might be even better. This one's called the Blonde Angel. Max 88 rated right mid Evo with 94 pace being kind of the final pace boost that you get. Oh my gosh, the kudos there, going to 94 pace, getting the quick step. Not a super big boost to shooting and passing on that card, but that's the potential with this Evo. It is very, very good, and those are very nice Evos and other rewards in general for that objective. Also, there's a cosmetic for the group reward of the completionist, which once again, guys, if you have not noticed or learned, this Festival of Football Answer the Call card design does give a chemistry boost. That means Gio Reyna here is going to get extra nation chem for the USA nation. Also, I would like to note, for these objective cards and for all these Answer the Call players, I love to see the dynamic images of these players in their national team kits. That is such a nice thing, such a nice change that fits the promo so well. I mean, if he was wearing a Mönchengladbach kit, it would look kind of weird since this is a Festival of Football headed towards the World Cup national team related promo. So I'm absolutely getting this objective card done here just for a couple of different games with Bundesliga and USA players. That is a nice one, and he's 88 rated, so he's going to fit some Evos. That was our objective content yesterday. Let's keep it moving because we have a lot to discuss by going to SBCs. First of all, we have 2 very solidly priced and very completable player SBCs. We have Rayan Cherki, the Manchester City right wing, right mid, and cam on his card here. 5-star, 5-star with insane dribbling stats. His left stick is going to be crazy. Passing is very good. Pace and shooting is just okay. The rolls are good. The play styles are good as well. But what also is good and what's making this card interesting is the price. Only 150K to get this done. Yes, it's 5 squads. You got an 87, an 87, an 86, another 86, and an 85 to get this card done. But as you can see here on Footbin, people are liking it. For a 65% upvote for that price, it is definitely a fun card to try, and that's something that I'm interested in during the week of this promo. It's out for 2 weeks, and again, remember, these are live cards as well. If Cherokee makes the French national team for the final squad for the World Cup, which will not be announced until May 30th, June 1st, somewhere around in that time frame, which is, yes, a long way down the road, he will get all Roll Plus Pluses on his card, which he's only missing a few. He will get a +1 overall and a 3rd play style plus. But again, that is kind of a long way down the road. One of the parts of this promo that doesn't seem that exciting. But that's an interesting card for the future upgrade potential and for the card that it is right now. This as well is a good SBC. We were talking about this right a couple days ago when it was first leaked. Johan Cruyff's little bro, baby 87 rated icon, which fits Evos already and can get to a pretty sick card, is also a very good value SBC. There's 3 88 rated squads and 10 total squads to get this done, which kind of seems like a lot. But over the 20 days that this is out, it's a must craft for the future of all of our clubs. If you have any interest in using one of the top icons in the game, he's 5-star, and he's always one of the most expensive icons for a reason. This is a must complete SBC. It's only 340,000 coins, which is definitely cheaper than what his card was pre-SBC leak. So I'm also a fan of that one, and I'm a fan that it's out for a while. We're going to have time to craft it. Now to the packs that we got yesterday. We had a Answer the Call Challenge 1 for a cheeky little pack there. What I was interested to see, though, was another max 89 guarantee pack. We had these all last week and the week before with Foot Birthday. I thought that would maybe stop with this new promo because, well, we don't need to Evo these cards in a bakery or put playstyles on them. And I thought that's why EA was giving us all the guaranteed packs in the last couple of weeks. Well, hey, we have one here as well. I just opened one a bit ago and I got the Mexican right back Araujo. So it is max 89 only, but it is repeatable every day 3 times. And if you want to just chance it at getting one of those lower rated cards from the promo team, it is not bad. It's a nice one to have. I'll never complain about a guaranteed promo card pack SBC for the current Impacts promo. I always think that's cool to have a chance to pack those cards. Also yesterday, we had the Provisions upgrade return, repeatable 6 times a day. I think EA increased the number of times we can complete this every single day because there is a crafting objective that is out right now, which requires, of course, gold rares and gold commons. But this is where I want to talk about our first investment of the video, 85 rateds. Last week, the Provisions pack was getting some popularity, and 85s went, I think, to almost 3,000 coins. Now, if we take a look at the 14-day graph, yeah, they were 3.4K. Well, at least McTominay was. He was out of packs. Let's pick somebody else. Lauren James. She was in packs. She went all the way up to still almost 3,000 coins during this last week. I think that 85s right now are a good investment at 2 to 2.5K. If you can get them there, even no, we're only in a Saturday. Maybe they go a little bit lower tomorrow and Sunday with like squad battle rewards. I would highly recommend getting involved in some of these because I think they might be 3.5 to 4K by the end of the week. So many people are going to be hitting these Provisions upgrades since it's 6 per day to get the crafting upgrade and objective done. And at the same time, we still need 85s and 86s to complete all the guaranteed for birthday SBCs, even the guaranteed Festival of Football one that just dropped yesterday. Like, a lot of these require 85 rated squads, so I think that is a good investment. And specifically the 85s and also 86, which are the same price as 85s, that are needed to get this done at 2.5K seems pretty good for me. Last SBC we had yesterday, which is really not deserving of too much conversation because it should be completed by all of us within seconds every day, is the 85 plus player pick. All it takes is 11 rare golds. Make sure you do this every single day. There were multiple of you guys yesterday tweeting me that you got promo cards from this. Must complete for how easy and simple that is every day in SBCs. Now, let's get to the huge content from yesterday, guys. An Evo that we are going to remember for the entire rest of this game. The National Captain 500,000 coin evolution. 500K is a lot. It seems like a lot. It is a lot of coins. But if you think back to FC25 and even FC24, the most memorable Evos that we have had, ever in this game are always these. Team of the Year Blueprint, 500K from last year in Team of the Year. The Strike Force Evo, the one that created the crazy Suarez card from his flashback SBC last year in FC25, 500,000 coins. That's because these 500K Evos give the biggest boost. And this is a literal Team of the Year level boost. Like, that's the crazy part about this. You're taking cards to 90 and above in every stat category almost on the face stat of the card. Like, there are cards that go 9 Golden Gang, as it's called. And you got other cards like this Beckham here going to 95 pace, or 95 passing, 93 shooting. Absolutely incredible Evo. And yeah, 500K is a lot. If you need to trade up to get these coins in the next couple of days, that's why I'm going to shout some investments, talk about trading, because it is worth it to get an icon that you're going to create for your team and be able to use even through Team of the Season. This is a card that's going to be meta enough. I mean, shoot, this might be good into July. Like, that's crazy, bro. Maybe that's the point of EA dropping this Evo, is to give us an Evo that we can create and use as our national captain, right? As we get into the start of the World Cup with stats like this and 3 playstyle pluses. Unbelievable. 3 good playstyle pluses as well, with Incisive Intercept and Power Shot Plus being given out. Now, I will say, a lot of people are putting FUT birthday cards like Joelinton or Joe Bellingham into this. And if that's you, put the base playstyles on the card first. And even if you want a different 3rd playstyle plus, put 1 playstyle plus on the card as well. Like, if you wanted Joelinton to have Bruiser, put Bruiser plus on him, then put him into this Evo. So that way you get Bruiser, Intercept, and the Incisive, and you don't have to get the Power Shot plus. So absolutely insane Evo, but it's only out for 4 days. That's maybe one of the only issues with this, is it's just out for a short amount of time. So if you do need to get those coins or need to make a decision on who you're going to put into it, there's not a lot of time to do that. I mean, take a look at these cards. Joelinton, a 92.9 rating. I think that rating for the FUTBIN rating is not including base playstyles there, which is why it's kind of low. But a lot of these cards that are created are going to 97 or 98 on the FUTBIN rate. 99.4 for this Mokio card. That's crazy. Essien goes crazy in this. Cambiaso, Reinders, Pogba's got multiple versions. De Jong's Joga Bonito card. Guys, there are so many cards that go nuts. And just to kind of show you who I'm going to be evoing, as a lot of you guys have been showing me, I'm putting my boy Christian Eriksen in this, dude. It's about time that we create a sick Evo of the GOAT, Christian Eriksen, one of my favorite Spurs players himself. Also because this guy's probably not getting a promo card, or especially not a Team of the Season. So that's one thing to consider when you're making these Evos. Like, go for somebody who's passionate. Go for somebody who you can create that's just going to be crazy, because the Evo gives big enough stat boost. You can put in gold cards to this and get stats that go up into the 90s. So absolutely incredible Evo. And the one thing you notice here on the end of my chain too, and you see it here in game, is there's this National Captain Final Touch Evo. This is actually very helpful, because when you're putting somebody into the National Captain Evo, you're losing some of your base playstyles because they turn into playstyle pluses. Like, if this Beckham, I don't know if he does, but if he had Incisive base and Intercept base to begin with, he might be down a couple of base playstyles. Or also, if you put in Joelinton or one of those other FUT birthday Evos and you didn't put base playstyles on it in the beginning, this Evo could be the saving grace to that card and gives out a few more playstyles, and also it gives out roll plus pluses. So pinged, Tiki, Bruiser, technical, first touch, and quick step with the roll plus pluses there. So that's a nice added step to the end of it for that Evo chain there. Now, with this Evo being so crazy, cards that fit it, flying. Not all of them. Some of them were definitely good to sell on the hype, but others of them, like Yaya Toure, went from 650K to 800,000 coins. He's still 700,000 coins now. Like Pogba, who was extinct at 600,000 coins at Time Warp, he's still extinct there. But again, if you have any of these investments for cards, or if you're trading with these cards that do fit into the Evo, like some people I think were even buying Bruno Fernandez's 89 rated Team of the Week card, make sure you sell these before the Evo goes away, which is just, again, in a short 4 days. Make sure you sell those pretty soon, because of course, wow, okay, he tanked. He was 74,000 coins, and now he's 37K. That might rise back up a little bit, but if you're going to trade that and make that investment, just sell those in the next couple of days before the short-term Evo expires, right? Now, of course, the other side of this is the fact that player prices are getting destroyed. Who needs midfielders like this Javi, or even a Team of the Year Declan Rice or Mariona or Vitinha? Because these Evos are creating cards that are just as good as Team of the Years. Guys, prices on midfielders and overall on the entire market, which we'll talk about why that's happening in a second. But overall in midfielders, prices are demolished because we just got a crazy midfielder that we can create through Evos. 300K for Seager down to 151,000 coins. Remember when this card, by the way, was 1 mil about a month ago? Yeah, crazy how times change. This Javi was 1.5 mil and is now 800,000 coins. The price drops on the midfielders are just ridiculous. Vieira, 90 rated Vieira, the best version of his card in the game. I sold this card for 1.6 million coins 2 days ago. He's 900,000 coins. The market is absolutely cooked. Now, yes, new midfielders are being created like this that can replace the existing midfielders that we had in our teams, but also the reason the market's getting cooked other places, not just in the midfield positions, is because 500,000 coins is a lot, and you're having people spend 500,000 coins and now they have less coins to go and buy players with on the market. So just like we talked about during FUT Birthday, where the market gets devalued, you're taking coins and putting them into an untradeable aspect, like you're taking a FUT Birthday card, making it untradeable through an Evo, or you're taking an Evo and just spending straight up 500,000 coins that gets deducted from your account. The market lost a lot of value yesterday, if you want to call it that. Just it lost a lot of coins because a lot of coins were just poof. They were in midair, vanished into this 500,000 coin evolution. That's why you have player prices on cards other than midfielders that are tanking. I mean, take a look at Arda Güler. He was 1.1 million coins, and maybe this fantasy team 2 isn't the best example. But if you take a look around some of the rest of the market of other defenders, like Mickey Van de Ven was a card yesterday who was 1.3 million coins. He's down to like 1.1 million coins now. And if I just show you examples of cards in my transfer list, man, I could show you so many examples of cards that got cooked. Lewandowski was 440 2 days ago. He went all the way down to 330K. I sold Rafael Leao for 4.7 million coins, and he's now 3.9. And that's not even a crazy drop. There's price drops that are way bigger than that. But that is the overall reason why the market is crashing as much as it is right now, because people don't have as many coins from spending 500,000 coins on the Evo. There was new store packs that were dropped yesterday as well, which we'll talk about in a second. It's just an overall complete reset of the market because so many coins were lost, even in the past 2 weeks of FUT Birthday, but specifically yesterday. Now, there's a couple more Evos that we have to discuss. Yes, there's more Evos than that. And don't forget about these because I almost did yesterday at the content drop. We have the Euro Trio, South American Stars, and Euro Mini Trip Evo as well. Some of these Evos are country specific, players from South America, Spain, France, or the Netherlands for this Euro Mini Trip. And then the Euro Trio, same thing, Italy, England, or Germany. You know, it looks like mostly a Evo that's kind of a boost for across the whole card, but it does give a +2 overall. Looks like most of these Evos do give a +2 overall there. So make sure you check those out. Anticipate and Bruiser in the trio. A lot of defensive playstyles. South American Stars gives technical, rapid tricks their first touch, price proven. Euro Mini Trip gives ping, pass, inventive tiki taka. So you've got like a passing one, you got a dribbling one, and you got a defensive one there as well with some other stat boosts involved. So make sure you check those Evos out because they are pretty solid as well. They're all max 87 rated and they are free. Now, let's continue to talk about the market a bit and why player prices are crashing, specifically on FUT Birthdays, by going and talking about the store. And we'll talk about where the market is headed next after this as well. Guys, yesterday, one of the big things that we were talking about was wanting to see if EA would drop tradable FUT Birthday supply in the store, and they did. They dropped that one pack that we saw in the code, the Birthday After Party Guarantee. It's 350,000 coins. And you can only open it 3 times per day. Well, that's not even for sure. It's 3 times you can open it. We're going to see if it refreshes today. But this is one of the catalysts that saw FUT Birthday prices yesterday drop like crazy. Like, we knew that FUT Birthday prices were going to be a little bit of a gamble. We talked about that store player pick, but I was not expecting, nobody was expecting this. Team 1 of FUT Birthday, like this Fede Valverde, who rose from 1.3 mil all the way to being 2.5 mil extinct, max price in the last couple of days, literally went from 2.5 mil extinct down to 1.3 mil yesterday because of the store supply, which, yes, if you take a look at the market, you can see there was some supply that hit the market yesterday. Obviously, more supply on the cheaper cards than others, but that is definitely a part of this. When you see first owner, no games played on these Valverdes, those are Valverdes that were packed from the store for sure. But since that supply started hitting, since the 500,000 coins on that evolution was being spent by so many people, and since people needed coins to go buy the 500k Evo, what happened to FUT Birthdays? They got cooked. Now, the prices that you're seeing me look at right now are not as half bad as it was just a few hours ago, even yesterday. Anthony is back up to 340,000 coins. Look at this graph. This graph from 530k, he went down to 260, and he's back up to 329. Here's what I would tell you. Are these cards going to rebound back to where they were before? I don't think they are. Even though these FUT Birthdays still have some long-term appeal to me, the market has lost so many coins, and it looks like EA is going to still try to supply these cards tradable. Now that we know that player pick is in the store, whether it refreshes today or not, I would still look to maybe try to get out of these cards in the next couple of days. If the player pick does refresh in the store, I think you will see these cards drop a little bit more, but also at the same time, they could be very good investments, and they could be very good to trade with because still people are going to submit them into Evos. But this is the thing that I noticed yesterday. As these cards were dropping after content, Dybala, one of the craziest drops of the day yesterday, he went from 600,000 coins to 285. A disgusting price drop, right? And now he's back up to 400k. If you guys bought any cards, we said on stream, there's going to be a low point. They're going to rebound. If you were on stream, or actually it was a couple hours after we got off stream, and you would time this low and got anywhere down in here if you bought any of those, GG's. You got some great prices and you made some good flips. But I digress. These price drops are just absolutely crazy. And you know, I just think that they're not going to continue to go up because I think people kind of forgot that these Evos still exist. It seemed like yesterday people forgot that these FUT Birthdays can still be evolved because nobody was buying them on the market. Now, it's really going to be curious. I'm going to be curious to see how these prices move over the next day or two as things settle out from this promo, because one argument against what I'm saying and one argument for the FUT Birthday cards as they could maybe still continue to rise from this point now is the fact that still there's going to be less of these packs or player picks open now. Probably it's true that we had more people opening these FUT Birthday guaranteed player picks yesterday than we will today and into the rest of this week. And if this does not refresh, then yeah, I think FUT Birthday cards could continue to go up. But with the 500,000 coins that the market has lost, more content incoming, and just the fact that these cards drop so much, if you're somebody like myself that invested in these, I just don't think I would want to hold for a whole lot longer. Try to take your coins where you can take your coins, and even if it does result in a bit of a loss, I know some of you guys are still going to be making coins. Like you feel like you're making coins when you see a Dybala. Like if you bought this Dybala for 400k when he was in packs, you watched him rise to 600 and he didn't sell right away, but you saw him go to 285 yesterday, and now you see back up to 420. You're like, heck yeah, bro, I'll get it out for 420 and I'll break even instead of losing over 100k plus in this card, right? So that's the frustrating thing with these cards right now is we're still going to wait and see what the store player pick brings for tradable supply today, whether it brings some or not. But I will say, if you're going to try to trade with any of these, trade with the Team 1s. The Team 1 cards are a lot more rare. Team 2 was definitely invested in by a lot more people. Like, I'm a living proof here of these cards trading and making good coins. I bought 2 St. Maximins for 520, sold them for 600 and 617. Panic sold one because I was scared, right? That's the 519. I bought a Luis Diaz for 489, sold it for 670. I bought 3 Marcus Llorente for 440 and 450, sold for 510. And my biggest profit that you're just seeing right now is I bought 6 Jamie Vardy for under 400,000 coins, sold a couple at around 600, and looking to get out of a couple more right now, somewhere around 500,000 coins. I don't want to hold this card for super long because, once again, I believe that he's probably going to drop down into the 500k range once again. But he's a lot more rare than he was. So yeah, it's really difficult to try to time these cards out, because what I really want to see today is, are people actually going to buy these cards and put them into the Evos again? If they're not, the prices may continue to drop, but if they start doing that again and we see some rises today on these, then I'll feel a bit more confident. But for right now, what I feel like I want to do is, after all the crazy madness of yesterday with these cards, is I want to sell, get out, and just kind of watch them for a day, do a couple of flips, but really not be all in on those cards like I know a lot of us were, because I just don't want to risk it again with how crazy the price drops we had yesterday and still how many coins were lost from the market. So that's the current situation with the FUT birthday cards. Also, the 550K player pick that gives a 23% chance of Team of the Years dropped again yesterday as well and is out in the store right now. So that's another reason why coins were lost off the market. So after that market yap, let's take a look at the new team that is in packs here. Guys, I know a lot of great cards in here. This team kind of is falling below the radar and falling under the radar because so many people, including myself, are worried about the new cards that we're building through Evos. And of course, the FUT birthday crazy price drops that we have on this market as well. That's making some of these cards, I think, kind of just get overlooked. Like, there's some really good looking cards in here. I picked up a couple of Adiemis for 470, just trying to trade him into the day because he looks crazy. The Harry Maguire looks very good. Javi Simons looks very good as well. And N'Golo Kante, Gravenberch. I packed Sane yesterday, one of the promo cards that I was able to pack. He looks fantastic. I would say these cards are probably going to drop into the day today and into the nighttime tonight because, again, we have to treat these like normal promo cards. They're not live. They're not getting put into evolutions. So if you think about it, most of the time promo cards start their most expensive on Friday. They drop, rise a little into Saturday. Like, I hope we have a bit of a rise on Adiemi today. Hopefully he goes over 500 and I'll sell him. And then he'll go lower later tonight and lower on Sunday as well before getting to a more level out point during the early parts of next week. So that's the situation with these cards here. But once again, do remember, they do give a chemistry boost. So I'm going to drop a cheeky bid on this Joao Neves because I just saw him selling for 750K and I'd like to get involved at around 690K. Oh, what's the bid price here? Whoa, you have just witnessed with me a coin transfer live in person, 3.7 mil. Wow, EA Sports, get them. Get them. I don't even know what to say after that. Anyways, let's take a look at what content is coming today on Saturday. That was a surprise. That was a super big surprise. Anyways, today on Saturday, we're getting a new National Team Flash Rush event. I actually played Flash Rush last week's event, so maybe this one will be good again. Check that one out. Maybe there'll be a player reward in there. Maybe there will be some decent packs for an Evo. We will have to see, but that is coming out today. EA also mentioned on their website that there's going to be flashback and moments SBCs dropped during this week on players who made unexpected final call-ups in previous tournaments and helped their national teams reach the pre-tournament playoffs. I mean, Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to be a specific answer the call promo card, so he's not going to be a flashback or a moments. Hoyland, as EA have mentioned here as well, is going to be a part of the SBCs, and this was the leaked list of players that we had. We've got the Gio Reyna already in game. We've got the Cherokee already. Hoyland, Trent are going to be that card type, but Trincao, Mbemba, Somerville, and Wilson we're just not sure about yet. And there's not one, but two showdowns. Of course, we've got the Northern Ireland-Italy showdown, which we already have leaked, but also a Ukraine-Sweden showdown that's going to be coming out as well. So definitely a new player SBC today. Trent is definitely possible. Might be a little early for the showdowns, but we'll see. Other than that, we're going to be awaiting the leaks before content today to see what player SBC we could be getting. And actually, speaking of SBCs, there's a different type of player SBC that we could be getting as well. I don't know if you guys remember last year, we had a Timo Werner, a James McAtee, and a Mitoma, and then one other card, Joe Gomez. They were dropped as the like E-Premier League Pro SBCs, and it was for the E-Prem FC26 E-Premier League. And those cards got upgraded based on how their pros played in that tournament. And looks like that's happening again with a +1 overall upgrade for finishing top 4. Finishing top 2 is another +1. And then the league winner gets 2 base playstyles on top of the playstyle boost. So that could be a part of today's content. I don't think that those E-Prem games are happening for a couple of weeks. I don't know the schedule personally, but that is something that's on the docket, something that could be happening soon. And wanted to mention that as that's the upgrade path. It's leaked right there. And these are the players: Bergvall, Ake, Okafor, and Talby. Those are the E-Prem Pro Live League, whatever they're going to be called, players that we will be seeing in this game soon. So just look out for that. That could be a part of content today. Definitely not a guarantee, but watch out for more leaks related to official stats and maybe news on when those might be dropping today. That's just at least a part of the possible list of content that we could be getting today. Last thing that we could be looking out for, of course, is evolutions, guys. In speaking of Evos, there is maybe a few rumors of a right wing evolution that has been leaked. It hasn't been officially leaked. I'm going to drop one final bid here on Joao Neves for 7. Let's do 727 because he's like 800K right now. He just spiked up in price. But I think there could be a right wing Evo. That's the only thing that I've heard some rumors in the grapevine about, but it's definitely not 100% certain. I want to go back to FUT birthday cards just for a second to end off the video because like there's still some intrigue here from me for investing in these cards, specifically the low rateds. Harry Wilson, I picked one up at 15,000 coins yesterday. I thought that was cheap. 13K is even cheaper. With these cards getting supplied again, I know that, yeah, this Harry Wilson was up at like 23,000 coins and he's in packs. If there ever is a point where the store player pick does not refresh and it doesn't look like these cards are going to get much more supply or any more supply at all, stocking some of the cheap ones that have now become cheap again but are 88 or 89 rated because they could fit evolutions still seems like a good play to me. These cards I'm still very intrigued in as long as we see that people actually realize you can still Evo them and they're not like forgetting that the Evos are still there. So as long as we see some hype still with that today with these cards, I'm going to keep an eye on them, but I would shout the safest investment here would be like Harry Wilson at 13K, Dante for like 20,000 coins, and that for the 88, 89 rated cards for actual stat boosting Evos. Like that would be the safest route in my opinion if you wanted to try to make an investment on those cards there. But with the investments and the trades that I have going, probably going to keep it a bit more chill. Hopefully we get that sell on Vardy soon. I'm going to sell the Adiemis today. And after the crazy wild market day that it was yesterday, probably going to take it a bit more chill today and see what happens with prices. Guys, I want to end the video on a bit of a different note. Yesterday, I was notified by a couple of you guys about Nick RTFM. Obviously, an absolute legend in his community. As you know, if you've followed his content at all, he's been struggling with some health stuff recently. And what I want to do is come together community. He doesn't know that I'm doing this. And I just thought about this a little bit ago, but I want to just send him some love today. Just something coming together as a community to just send him some love because he's down bad at the moment, man, to not mince words. He's feeling rough with some health stuff. He talked about it on a stream yesterday. And I went back and watched it, and I wanted to hear him talk about it. I'm not trying to do this for any gain of mine. I just want Nick to know that he's loved by the community and that we really appreciate him. So when things are hard for him, when he's down in his thoughts, that he knows that we are a community here who really support him. So I'm going to quick fire off a tweet to him just saying, like, on this random Saturday, bro, like, community's looking out for you. We got you. We support you. We love you. And we're thinking of you. So that's, I don't know, if you guys would join me in that, that would mean the world to me. That would mean the world to him, I think, too. Just as somebody who I'm friends with and a lot of you guys know as well from watching content. I just thought that'd be a great thing to do today as a community to just send some love his way. I mean, outside of this game, of course, this game is what we focus on. We talk about it all the time and we get so passionate about it, but kind of putting into perspective what really matters, health and life and stuff like that and friendships. So yeah, send him some love today as he's a great dude and he's just going through some hard stuff right now, man. I think he could really use our support. So that's going to be the video for me today. I'm not planning on streaming today myself, hoping to tomorrow. Got to get some games in for Weekend League and these leagues though. I'm so focused on the menus and trading, and I got to get involved in the gameplay, man. Anyway, guys, have a great weekend. Enjoy the footy today before international break, and I'll see you guys in a video tomorrow. It's been Nate, TheFutAccountant. See you guys there. Peace out.